one of the reasons why a lot of young men do not marry the right women is because they only have senses for what is good now. They trade who will be good tomorrow on the premise of who is good to him now. And there's a lot of that which looks good now because of many foundations and many straps and accentuations. Yes, you can't truly deceive a man until you show him that goodness now is more important than any other kind of goodness. Those who God really helps, when he helps them, it will be that what they saw is good. But the real goodness of a good wife is how she unveils on the journey. When you pick a girl or a lady based on the good she will do to you now, that choice, you have made it alone. That which is good cannot be that which is alone. What do I mean by alone? That which only solves today alone. There has to be possibilities in what you pick that will be good for children too. There has to be possibilities in what you pick that will be good for your corporate assignment. Are you there? And this is vice versa. There has to be something within it that's good for the spiritual climate of the home. If those other levels of good are not available in what you pick, and your assessment of who ought to be with you for a lifetime is based on the good she does now, God calls it alone. And it cannot be alone and still be good. He said, this is now. Don't forget, when God measures things, he uses a particular parameter called good. He used it to measure light of day when he made it. He used it to measure the seas when he made it. He used it to measure the vegetation. He said he came back and saw, which means he had a way he weighed the things he did and evaluated them against that standard called good. So good is not a feeling, no. Good is a standard. The is intellect. So this is now bone of my bone, which means the conversation about the bone of my bone is not on the same level with the conversation of flesh of my flesh. Bone of my bone is now. Flesh of my flesh is not. So flesh of my flesh is futuristic. To explain that, this is not wordplay. 24. It says, therefore shall a man leave his, talk to me, and his, and shall cleave unto his, and they shall. They are already bone of bone. But it will take leaving a structure called father and mother and cleaving to a new structure called wife in order for the full prophecy of bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh to be fulfilled.